you don't have much wrong. There's a lot of things I like about what you're doing. One is you set up open, you try to cut the ball. That's good. You know what you're trying to do. You're trying to work it one direction. Perfect. I wish every kid had that sense of golf is an easy game if you can eliminate one side of the golf course. It's not easy, but it's easier. Okay, there's your side lateral shift. Too much lateral shift. Watch on the takeaway. No good.
Yeah.
No good. All right, that's the first problem. Even the Elvis move,
So
I
you're
won't
saying
even.
I'm just starting like swaying too much?
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
what is that? What do you call that? Shift, sway, whatever you want to call it. You're moving sideways. You got the Elvis move here with the leg, and not even close to what Jack Nicklaus does.
Yeah, I know. I looked at his swing.
Yeah, thank you. I've studied every swing for the last 35 years. I'm pretty confident I know what I'm talking about. Now, is that wrong? I don't really care. If you can hit the ball good with it, I don't really care. Dance, you're not here because you hit the ball good. What's wrong with that downswing? What's wrong with that downswing? Okay, watch again. Here's address. Here's impact. What's wrong with that downswing? Address, impact. What's wrong with that downswing? You're kidding me. You don't know?
Nope. You're going to have to tell me.
Okay, look at the circle on your head. There's address.
Yeah.
There's impact.
Oh,
What's
so
wrong
I'm
with your
leaning
thing?
forward almost.
You're sliding.
I'm not balanced at all.
No, you're not staying in the same place. Does anybody do that that's any good?
No.
No. Okay, here's a couple players you might recognize. Is he your body type? No. Who's your body type on the PGA Tour?
Probably more of a young golfer.
Who's this guy?
That's Dave.
Davis Love. How tall is he? 6'3". What's his inseam? 36. What's his arm span?
About
76. Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
What does he do with his swing? Does he lift his left heel up?
Nope.
No. Alright. Does he move in front of the ball? The answer is no. Does he move his head much? The answer is no. Can you move your head? Sure, you can move your head. As long as it doesn't go back and through and you change your original position. I don't care how much your head moves. But if your original position and your impact position are different, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Alright. So what's wrong with your swing? Too much lateral movement? Too much instability in your lower body? But you slide your lower body and upper body in front of the ball,
Yeah, just like to move.
and you add a little bit of lofted impact. Should your hands be in front of the ball or behind the ball at impact?
They should be behind, right?
No.
In front?
Oh my gosh. Have you studied any golf swings?
I'm not a technical guy.
Doesn't have anything to do with technical. Have you ever looked at a golf swing in slow motion?
Yeah, but I don't really like take stuff from it, or I don't like take all that.
What's the most important position in golf? Impact. Why?
Yeah.
Why is impact the most important
Because
position?
that kind of determines where the ball's going.
Correct. So, what do you notice about people at impact? Is his hands behind the ball? Is that guy's hands behind the ball?
No,
Is there anybody on the PGA Tour that has their hands behind the ball at impact?
probably not.
The answer is no. So, is his hands behind the ball? Or in front of the ball? They're even with the ball, right? The left arm and shaft are in a straight line. That's imperative. This guy right here. Watch him. Here's his address position. Okay? Where's the shaft pointing at address? Just in front of his zipper, right? So his hands are a little in front of the ball, right? Where's his shaft at impact?
Pretty much the same spot.
Pretty much the same place. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can control the loft of the club, is that a good thing? Yeah. You can control distance if you can control loft. If you start with a 36-degree loft, should you de-loft the club a little bit at impact? The average on tour is 3 to 4 degrees of de-loft. So what does that mean? Their hands are in front of the ball. Now, do you have to de-loft the club to be a good player? No. It's preference. It's preferred. To hit the ball more solid, it's important. Question is, how do you do it? Well, you're not far off from doing it. You're not far off at all. But the number one priority in your game right now is to reduce the lateral movement. Okay? I don't really care at impact where you are, right? Because you have pretty good control of the club face. But that side-to-side movement is why you're inconsistent. Your head doesn't even move that much vertically. Look. In biomechanics, there's 6 degrees of motion. Okay, there's forward flexion of your spine toward the ground. There's upward lifting. That's the first 2. There's side bend to the left, side bend to the right. That's the second 2. There's right rotation and left rotation. There are all of those in the golf swing, all 6. You want to eliminate as many as you can, right? You don't want to be going down and up and sideways and all that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, golf is played by feel. It's not played with. It's not an intellectual exercise. You think your way through it. You have to practice the movements until you can feel them and do them and repeat them with feel. You understand?
Yeah.
So when somebody says, "Oh, don't tell me about mechanics. I'm a field player." Well, everybody's a field player when they play, but how do you think they got better mechanics? You think it just by osmosis? It just magically they got better? No.